Cheers. We live?
Cheers. Welcome to the, what are we guys?
Decent dudes.
Decent dudes.
Decent dudes.
Welcome to the Decent Dudes podcast. We know things that you don't.
Many things.
Facts.
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
Okay, so today we're going to start off with intros, and then we're going to move through a few topics. We've got countries and culture is our first topic, and then we're going to have a guest come on for the second topic, which is dating and courting. Looking forward to that one.
Interesting.
Then after that, we're going to move on to some rankings. We're going to rank some things. We'll tell you what that is for the moment, and then we'll review a few things, and finally we'll answer questions from the viewers. Okay, so first up, let's introduce ourselves. Do you want to go first? What are you drinking today, and what's your name? And yeah.
Hello, so I'm Josh. I am a male, a single male, and this is my drink of choice. It is a lovely, I forgot how you say it. It's French.
Beverage.
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 It's a beverage.
It's sparkling goodness, and you just sip it.
Like so.
It's just so good. It just really hits the spot.
Just bubbles down nicely.
Yeah,
Just hits
yeah,
like
yeah,
the back of your throat as it's
hits
going
that
down.
Very
You know?
smooth.
Yeah.
It's really lovely. I love everything
Citrus
about it.
flavour.
Love it. It's like you.
Yeah, really like bouncy.
Kind of character, you know.
Quite well.
Brilliant. Okay, moving over to.
So yeah, that's Josh. He's really bully. I'm Manny. I like tea at the moment. I'm drinking tea. So yeah, that's me. I'm very smooth, you know. Come with just a shot of milk. Yeah, very measured, you know. A cup of tea, like the parents always like the tea. Keeps them measured. A bit of caffeine just keeps me going that little bit, but it's very smooth, so it's also relaxing. Like I'm not too intense, you know. I'm just kind of here for the chills. So very smooth. That's me.
Love it.
I am Ben. Very smooth drink again.
You got that smooth.
With a very interesting colour to it, you know, vibrant pink. You might wonder what it is. Well, I love it, you know. It's pink and it's very sweet and delicious.
Brilliant. And finally, I'm Isaac, and I just want to shout out to the Welsh crew watching. You know, there's a few of them there probably. And I'm drinking a café au lait today, so it's a bit weird, you know, French coffee in a Welsh mug. Like, it's fine. It's great.
It's a mix of cultures.
Yeah. Okay, so just a starter off question: what type of greeting is best? It's the
Greeting.
how should you greet someone?
What's the context, like in the text? Like a message or
Let's go within real life.
in real life?
So like when you meet someone.
When you meet someone.
Okay. For the first time or?
Sure.
Okay. Meet someone for the first time.
So what options have we got? Hi.
I think hi is one. You have hello.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's,
Hiya.
that's saucy.
That's hello's
quite original.
classic. Hi is quite a kind of, you know, oh hi. I think
Then you got hey.
you've got hey
Hey.
or hey. That's like text. Like
Or you
hey.
can like really sparse it out like hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then you've got like yo.
Yo.
You know.
Yeah.
Like this is my man. You know. Yo.
I think just a standard hello is.
It's very full.
You can't go wrong with it. Can
You
you?
can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
So,
So
hello.
yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Next thing, Manny's face. What do you think of Manny's face, guys?
Comments welcomed on this one.
If you have any
What?
comments, like just what do you think of Manny's
Whoa.
face? Like, you know, is it
Yeah.
just yeah?
What?
Let's go. Let's
What's
go
the
with it.
point of this?
I think it's quite smooth, to be honest.
It's got
Oh
that
my
smooth-
days.
I was thinking the
I think I
opposite,
should
actually.
leave. I think I've done my 5 minutes, guys. I think I'm out.
The whiff of hair. I
whiff
like
of
the
hair.
whiff of hair.
Yeah, I'm liking your appearance today.
That's not my
Yeah.
face. That's my hair.
It's
Gotta
part of
look
your
at the
face.
Sets it off.
I think we're just going ahead of the whole head as a whole.
Yeah.
So that involves your
Have to take it all in one, you know, the bigger picture.
the big
Yeah.
We can't leave anything out. Right?
Mm.
We can't discriminate from your.
Okay, right. Moving on. We also have a giveaway today, so we have a question. Do we have a question? Maybe a golden question.
Yeah.
I think we have a golden question. If you get the golden question right, you win the giveaway. We won't tell you what the giveaway is yet, but
The giveaway is a very special.
very
object.
special. So what's the golden question, guys? What's the golden question?
Good question. To do with elements, wasn't it?
It was.
It was.
Periodic
What
table.
is our favourite element in the periodic table? That is the golden question. Put your answers in the comments, and if you get it right, we'll send you something. In what do we say, about like a year, something like that? Yeah,
Yeah.
within a year.
We're
Saying within a year,
Generally
we'll get you
working-
the prize, which we'll tell you what it is at the end. You know, yeah. But send your comments in, and we'll see who wins.
Do you want some comments about Manny?
Yes,
Oh,
let's hear the
yeah.
comments.
Well, I'm not sure if this is about Manny. I don't quite understand this one. Seriously different says Wagwan my G. Strange blue
What?
face laughing. I don't understand
Am I
that.
blue?
I don't know.
Love it, I love
He
it.
thinks you're cool.
Elijah says Manny is just too handsome. ICL.
Who said that?
I can't lie.
Elijah.
I can't lie.
There we are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elijah.
Okay,
Amazing.
thank you.
Soul.
I'll take the compliment on that
Soul
one. Thank you,
Chapel,
Elijah.
don't know who that is, said handsome with 7 exclamation marks.
Wow,
Wow.
that's a compliment.
7 exclamation marks. Wow. My previous best was 6. That's new record.
7's the perfect number as well.
And then
Yes.
a strange
7 days
Welsh
a week.
person, odd
Yeah.
username, said a stunning, smooth example of God's image is Manny.
I said we had some Welshies in the chat.
Now that's just nice.
This is
But
some
I'll
very-
give it to you. That's a nice way.
Very
of phrasing it.
positive feedback.
Thank
Okay,
you.
to close the introduction, we will end with a question. What does it mean to be a decent dude? Josh, do you want to take us away with that?
Yeah, I think you have to have a decent face to start with. So Manny's a pretty good
Going
representation
good,
of that, I'd say.
Good.
So I think a face is quite a good part of the decency of a human being. So I think we need to go by that very seriously and consider the face of one before we acknowledge them as a decent dude. I think that's quite important.
Very good, I like it.
I feel like we need some of that kind of wagwan character, you know.
Ah.
A real decent dude has a bit of everything. And speaking of like the kind of the wagwan culture, you know, that's a big one there. Like a real decent dude has a bit of that. You know, hey buddy, how's it going? You know, that kind of
Wagwan.
like yo,
Hey,
the fam, you know, the
hey, fam.
homies,
Okay.
the wagwan, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Part of the
Anything
fam,
from you,
you know.
Ben?
They have to be relaxed, you know. Their hair just in shape, but if it's not, they don't mind. They just relax.
That's true.
They're just kind of
Relax.
very chill and very relaxed.
Not too intense.
And not bothered, you know.
Yeah.
So to sum up, they've got to be relaxed, they've got to be wagwan, and they've got to have a good
Have a
face.
good face, yeah.
Oh right, that's a
Wait,
good start.
what do
That's
you
a good
say?
start.
What do
I
you
agree with that, honestly. Maybe a little bit of
you
spice
add to
in the
it?
mix, like chili peppers,
Chili.
around that.
Mm.
I like
Chili
spices.
Yeah.
Spice.
Gotta like chili pepper.
Yes,
We all
you do.
like chili pepper, right?
Okay, let's move on to our first actual topic, which is countries and culture. So, just real quick, let's come to a collective agreement here. What are the top 3 countries to visit, and why? As brief as we can be.
That was a question, wasn't it? From
That is a question, yes. Top 3 countries to visit and why?
Yeah, didn't someone comment that?
Yes, someone commented that. That's correct.
Okay,
But it's
so
part,
we're
we
applying
put it in our
directly.
topics list.
Because it was that good.
Because it
Was
was that good.
good?
We've done that with quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
Should we go the other one? This time?
Yeah, go on, Ben.
I think somewhere like India, like a cheap Asian country, okay? They have very good prices and stuff. You can buy, you know, food, places to stay, you know, very cheap. And the culture is quite different.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you like
India.
a bit of
Okay.
somewhere like India, yeah.
I'm feeling somewhere like somewhere European, Mediterranean, like maybe France or Spain or Italy, somewhere that has that kind of that European history part to it. Like it's got the heritage, but it's also got certain like Western Christian culture that we share. Like we've built on similar values. Yeah, and obviously coffee culture. We love coffee culture, don't we? Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like the Italians, you can't beat the Italians for
Okay.
coffee culture.
India,
so-
Italy. I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah, let's
Do you
go
have
with
one
Italy.
beginning with I.
Italy.
No.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I would say America, because I've never been, and it's one of those countries that you just want to go, because it's just one of those countries, isn't it? You just got to go at some
It
point.
is one of those countries.
It's there, you know.
It's
you
a bit
just
like
see
the
it.
UK. You just got to come here.
Yeah.
If you're not living in the UK,
Shout out to those not.
you've got to come here. I
You
think.
gotta come.
I think it'd be great for you to experience.
Amazing country.
Good life experience,
Yeah.
you know, helps develop you as a person.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Have to agree.
Alrighty, the next question on Cookies and Culture is New Zealand or England? Pros and cons of both.
I say.
So do you all want to come up
Very
with a
specific.
pro or a con of New Zealand and England?
Ooh, well, I'm a pro right here. I'm English, so that's one pro of England.
Okay, that's
saying.
good. I like that. That's good.
It's just you being you.
Just me.
is a
Manny's here,
So
so
pro of England.
It's the
good.
fact that you live here is a pro
That's a pro. Yeah.
to this
Don't know
country.
about cons. I might have some cons too, but I've got that.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's fair.
I think with England there's lots of trees, and that's really nice. But I also think New Zealand has lots of trees and they have mountains, and they have
Yes.
bigger mountains than we do.
They do.
So-
they do. It's fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
seems like a win for New Zealand, but then England's also where we live, so obviously
We're a bit
England's better.
biased. We're a bit biased towards England.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, like Isaac just said, like New Zealand has a very nice landscape. So if you ever go, you will be stunned by the landscape. Like there's really nice rolling hills, there's lovely mountains, there's juicy lakes. It's just beautiful
Just running over.
to the eye, you know. It's just
Mm.
lovely. I'd say England's a bit more. It's a bit more ahead in time. So like New Zealand maybe is like 5 years behind on everything. Just everything. I'd say.
Interesting.
I think it's just a tad more modern over here. I'd say.
So you're saying New Zealand's old-fashioned?
Well,
By 5 years.
it's not old-fashioned, but it's less modern. than
Okay.
here.
Interesting.
So I wouldn't go extreme. You know, they still have cars. At least. Like,
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
It's good that a country has cars you
Yeah.
can transport yourself around.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to favorite period of history and why.
Um,
Do you want to take us away, Ben?
Okay, I think the period around World War II is quite interesting.
Boo.
No. If I was gonna pick an area to study, I quite like, 1930s, 1940s, because it's got lots of things happening, lots of different historical characters. So yeah, I quite like that period of history.
Good. Mm-hmm.
I'll let you go.
I'd say the beginning of time would be my favourite.
That's a good.
That
because
definitely
that's
is
good.
history.
Just because we wouldn't be here if there wasn't the beginning. So I think that's the most important part of history.
The spawn point.
The spawn.
Spawn point. That's it.
The spawn
When
point.
you get.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what to say after that, honestly.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
I really like the Romans. I can't stop thinking about them. I think about it at least 30 times a day.
That's, I can see that.
Like just the other day I was telling Beth like it's a shame actually Beth's not good at that, but anyway it's a shame that we've lost a lot of the Roman culture, you know.
No, I'll tell you what I said, because that's actually interesting. I said they didn't have civilization as much as they had organisation. I think that's a valid point.
That
I
is
think
a
they
good
just
point.
organised everything.
So they were very organised. Maybe they weren't as developed, but they were certainly a lot more organised in how the city worked.
They were lacking in certain areas, which meant it wasn't fully civilized.
They're quite good at gladiators.
I think
But it wasn't very
Not good.
civilized.
I think ancient Rome was the optimal time. Optimal. Because it was also when Christianity started. Around that time period.
That doesn't mean it's an ideal to aim for.
Well, okay, sorry. It was around the time where Jesus came into the world,
Okay.
or Jesus, was born and then got crucified.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. That's fine.
Thank you for checking.
Fact checking over here.
Checking that.
Clarification.
Okay.
That's dodgy there.
Real quick, economical state of the country. How is it?
Could be worse, could be better, I'd say. Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Level.
too bad, but it's not too good either.
No.
Like
no.
it's quite alright.
I mean, we're doing better than France, so that's always a
That's all we care about.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, that just about wraps up our countries and culture topic. We shall now move on to dating and courting, and for that we have a guest
We
who
do.
seems to be absent.
Yes.
So we don't have a guest.
So we don't have a guest. We have an absent special guest who is actually an expert on the matter. So it's a shame that they're not here.
It is.
It is.
It would have been.
Does
good
anyone know where they have got to?
Let's proceed.
Let's proceed, and
Yeah.
then we'll see if they turn up.
See where we go, yeah?
Probably
Alright.
fixing their hair
Okay.
just to make sure that any girls watching.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they're standing in front of a mirror right this moment, just making
Yeah.
sure they're in tip-top shape.
Oh.
Oh,
it
I think the
looks
special
like
guest
he's
might
done
be
his
here.
I think we have it.
Special guest?
Special guest.
Dun, dun,
Do you
dun.
wanna bring it along?
Oh,
Thank you, Ben.
hello.
Welcome, Caden. You are our special guest. You are an
Yes.
expert on this topic that we have picked today, dating and courting. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Without further ado, we shall proceed.
He doesn't sound very sure of himself. Yeah. Confidence. Have a bit of
Confidence. So the first question is, and I know you'll like this, Josh. Does height matter?
We just get Josh to stand up so we can see.
Yes, can we just
why he
appreciate
likes
this
He'll be out of shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
prime
There we
specimen
are.
right here?
Look at that.
Wow.
That looks too tight.
That's
Just small
to
space.
demonstrate how important it actually can be, because you just can't argue with that, can you?
No.
You really can't argue.
That was a really good argument, actually. Like,
I love that.
It does matter.
Very concise.
I saw that and I just knew.
You just need straight away.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyone else got
Yeah,
anything to say on that?
Yeah. What's our expert here got to say?
The question is, can too much height be too much height?
Yes.
Can there be too tall?
Yes.
If you're too tall, then I feel like it's a bit of an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience.
Because then you have to build like a higher house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Door
We
frames.
actually
And you
have
have to get a big
comment
car.
on this topic.
Ooh.
There's a very well-known, extremely tall person who, if you look in the Guinness Book of World Records, they're actually there grinning at you. From
Oh
above.
yes.
And
yeah.
they say, "Oi, how about me?"
How about me?
Oh,
Is that Mr. Sol Chapel by any chance?
Ah, you know his name. I thought you might.
Ah. Yes. Okay.
How
shall
about
we-
Sol?
How about Sol? I think Sol matters. I think his height matters.
As a person.
So what about what's too
Yes.
little height then? If we've got too much, we've established that we've got too much.
Okay,
Right?
I think it's based on proportion.
Okay.
So if
Carry
you're
on.
too long outwards,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
matters.
Yes.
The head height has to be somewhat level.
Yes.
Right. So if they've got like a really really long legs and a really short torso, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also
Okay.
like it. You don't want you wouldn't usually have like a really tall person dating a really short person because it's kind
I've
of
seen it.
out of proportion.
Has been done.
Yeah, it has been
Has
done.
been-
But usually that's not how it goes. But yes, I will accept that.
Yes.
I will accept that that's possible.
What if you are shorter? If the guy is shorter, what do we think about that? Josh, could you imagine that?
I couldn't. I've yet to meet anyone
Yeah, I can
who's
tell.
taller,
Yes.
unfortunately.
That would be, yeah, that would be odd. I've seen it though. I've seen that as well.
I've
It-
seen-
It has been done.
It has been done.
Okay.
That's
All
great.
right.
Well,
Let's move on to our next question, which is it's actually quite a difficult one because it's different for everyone. I think. When is having a girlfriend a good idea?
Oh
Or
my goodness.
getting into a relationship?
That's-
That's a
that's a
good one.
big question.
And this is very topical for all of you. Why?
We will go there. We will go there.
That wasn't part of the question.
single.
We know things that you don't.
Yes.
Yeah,
not
Our
question it.
opinion is
Just bring it
Let's
out
leave
at
it
any
there.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's more about maturity than age necessary. So like, I would say there's a lot of younger people that are more mature than some older people, unfortunately.
Shout
And,
out to
um,
Tobias.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Shout out
Tobias.
to TV.
Yeah.
Live audience.
Live audience. The one live audience.
So it's more about like experience maybe. So like, I mean, age does matter because obviously a 10-year-old isn't really. It's not really going to qualify, is it? I guess
not
it's
really.
it's not the best idea.
Not really.
Because they haven't
Legal for
experienced the
marriage.
world to its fullest.
Mm.
But
That was a good one.
That was a good bar.
I agree.
Good pose.
but
Pause
there is
important.
many older people in their 20s maybe that are not ready. They're not ready yet.
Maybe even older
They're
than
just maybe even older.
40s.
40.
40s. You've got something wrong if you're in your 40s. What is happening there?
Anyone watching in their 40s, you got something wrong.
Yeah,
there.
sorry,
Sorry,
guys.
we're sorry.
Sorry.
They might not be ready yet.
Rather wait until they were more financially secure, and so people
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
don't necessarily
That's true.
need
That's true.
or want to wait for that. So that would be something that you'd have to talk about
Yeah.
together.
It's not necessarily a given.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think also there's a question of like, well, it is kind of related to age because you have to be tall enough. You have to be tall enough. So
Back
it's
to
related
height,
to height
back to
as well.
height.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Are you at your peak height?
Are you at your
Yes.
peak height? There we go.
Ah.
Have you reached your
That's true.
full potential
But should you
yet?
But maybe they will help you reach your full potential. Maybe when you get married, you grow an extra few inches.
You think it speeds up growth?
That is true. I did know a 12-year-old once who was over 6 foot.
Soul?
No,
Oh, not soul. Oh.
but he probably was as well.
I think it was.
And that so it's not always about height because 11-year-old could be like over 6 foot.
True.
But if you're if you're 20 years old, then I don't know. No discrimination here, but
No discrimination.
and you don't have any height.
Yes, okay.
Just say-
That's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal.
Okay, moving on.
Mm.
This is a question from. Can't remember who it's from, but might remember. Should you be friends first, or should you sort of aim to meet someone and very quickly move into a relationship? You know how you can meet someone and very
Like,
quickly
have
move
it
into
in
a
mind.
relationship,
Have it in
or
mind
be
first.
friends for a amount of time first before you.
I think it's definitely helpful to be friends, or at least a little bit.
I think
Because you don't know them very well if you just met them.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you're just like, yo, let's go out.
Exactly. You
That's
kind of
just-
have to be friends in order to get to know
Yeah.
them first.
Yeah.
If you're not, I mean, I don't know what it means to not be friends first.
I know.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
Is there really an
You
option?
go in with the sole purpose of, taking them out or something.
You do see people
As a
doing
guy.
that though.
You do. It's true.
You do.
But yeah, that's a bit sketchy. I would definitely, I would definitely be on the, like, you've got to get to know them first. I think before you make any movements.
It would be funny
So to
if
speak.
you met someone and was like, yeah,
If I did.
yeah. After saying that, because like if you met the person, would you completely
Well.
change your mind on the matter? Like,
Maybe a
who
hypocrite.
knows? Who knows?
Maybe a
But yeah,
hypocrite.
I think I would agree with you there.
Good.
Okay, this is the last one in the dating and courting section. Should you look for a wife? Like, should you go and try and find one,
Actively
or
looking.
actively look, or should you just wait for God to bring one along?
What does wait for God to bring one along mean?
That's
do
the
you,
question.
How do you wait for God to bring one along?
You just friends with everyone? Friends?
I hope that one of them's the
I
one.
hope that one of them is the one.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm asking the question. I can answer it.
You can.
That's a tricky question, that.
I don't think you should like, be like, oh, I want to get married now, and like just go into like bars and then try and get girls' numbers and stuff. Like I really don't like that side of things.
Yeah.
I do it for business, but I wouldn't do it for.
What type of business? Hold on.
That's
Whoa.
the wrong way.
Relationship.
It's coming off a bit wrong, Isaac.
I also think when God, I think God does bring people into your lives, and I think when that happens, I think you kind of know. I think you.
I feel like God naturally brings people into your life. If you're
Yeah.
socialising, if you're going out there, you don't have to actively look for a wife. I feel like you will naturally meet girls that possibly.
But at the same time, if you just like sat at home not doing anything, then
Yeah.
it's like
Exactly.
you maybe need to at least get yourself into a social context.
I feel like you can
Yeah.
do that without actively, like, you say searching for a wife, but kind of putting yourself out there and
To search for friends.
search for friends.
That's it.
That's
it.
That's
I think,
that's
I
it.
think there's something to do with being ready as well, because in my experience, all the people I've known that have found people they've found them when they've been ready, not because like you can look or you can have that desire, but if your heart isn't in the right place and you're not right in God's eyes, then I think I can't really see it happening where you actually find the woman that God has for you. You can easily, well, I don't know about easily, but you can find someone else and try to make it happen. But in reality, I think you have to be ready before God, and then God will see that you're ready, and He will, He'll be at work. He'll move, and then yes, perhaps He'll give you a wife, or He'll put someone in your path, and then you will, over time, you will know that that's the person that God wants for you. But you have to be ready. It starts with being ready. So that's where looking on the inside before the outside is really applicable, I think. If you're trying to get what you want directly, looking for it straight out into the world before you look at yourself, then I don't think it can really happen as God intends it. I think you have to look at yourself and most likely, change yourself in certain ways, and maybe make certain sacrifices in order to be ready, or learn new things, or change in certain ways, and then when you've got to that place that you're where God wants you to be for a relationship, then I think that's when God moves and will give you some. If that's
Yeah, that's some good points. I just wanted to also mention that sometimes people get into relationships before they're, shall we say, maybe right with themselves, right with God, whatever that's going to look like, and the relationship teaches them a lot of things and sort of help. Like, I think I hear quite a lot that you don't really you don't see things in yourself until you're in a relationship, and then it's less about yourself and it's more about the other person, or it's more about both of you, and you have to rethink things that you already had figured out, and then suddenly you're like, oh, it's different. It's different when it's when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And just one more point. I feel like if you put God first with you and the girl, then it will work. I see people going into a relationship and not having God as the centre of it. And for me, in a Christian circle, if you're not doing that as the first standpoint, then it's never going to work.
Yeah, it's true.
And I see people doing that in a church, in a Christian home, and it just doesn't make sense to me. You have to put Him first.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
We have some chat contributions on this topic, if you'd like to hear
Yes,
them.
please. Let's hear them.
The first one is E.T. Brothers. Sounds like it's Nanny, but I'm not sure it is.
It's not.
God brought Eve to Adam and he said, wow. I wonder what Bible translation that's from. The woman that makes you wow
Relationship
may
Bible.
be the one for you. That's, of course, not the only thing to look for at all. It got to be one in the Lord, of course. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then the second one is from, what's that, Wilhelmina Smith. I need more Josh Bond.
What's that mean?
Oh
What's
wait,
that
that's not Wilhelmina Smith. That's Josh Allen. My bad.
mean?
Oh, it was more interesting when
I
Oh.
Well,
Thank you
I
for the
appreciate
comments.
that.
you
I
can
really
have more
appreciate
Josh
that.
Allen.
Yeah.
He's here on Free for All. I don't know what I mean by that.
Yeah. better be.
Don't question it.
We know things that you don't, guys. Don't question
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
know
know
things you don't. that's
He
it.
knows things that you don't.
Yeah, Josh.
He knows things that I don't.
I know things that you don't.
There you have it.
I mean, it could be the opposite way as well, but I'm gonna focus on the me knowing more at this point because it's us doing the thing. So it's nothing personal. Just
Just how it is.
Yeah, it's just
Sorry, it's
how
how
it
it
is,
is.
bro. So.
Okay, that wraps up our topics. We're moving on to rankings. Beth, what are we ranking today?
Oh well, we have a very special ranking here. It was bringing me great joy. I don't know if these guys will enjoy it too much, but we have got a list here of names. 20 names for boys and 20 names for girls. So we sort of jumped ahead a bit in the dating, and we've gone straight to kids.
Oh, baby
But it's
names.
never too early to
Ooh.
start thinking about it.
Mm.
So I'm going to read out a list of names, and you guys have got to collectively decide your top three.
Our collected top
Your
three.
collective
Of,
three.
so collected top three of boys and collected
Yeah.
top three of girls.
Out of 20.
Out of 20 for each.
Do you want to read the names out and then we'll kind of pass the list along and have a
Yeah.
look at it?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. Start with boys.
Gilbert. Ninian.
Who picked these names?
Zebedee.
Ooh,
That's good.
yeah.
Christopher.
Yes.
Shout out, Chris.
Ouch.
Shout
Come
out
on.
Christopher. There we go.
Mascot in the house.
Yeah.
Jude.
Nice.
Andrew. Micah.
No one likes Andrew, so.
Mm.
Sorry,
Hey,
Tori.
yeah.
That's not bad.
We've got a lot of sounds.
Ashley.
Is that a guy's name?
I was
Yeah, it was
literally thinking
originally a guy's
It
name,
is.
and he got co-opted for girls. So,
Hmm.
you know,
That's
we
a
got
girl's
proof
name.
for
We
it.
know.
Everett. Ignatius.
Isn't that
Sounds
a
biblical.
adjective or something?
No.
Being like Ignatius.
You guys don't know your early church fathers, do you? Forrest with 2 R's. Oliver. Eben.
Eben.
Yes.
Never
Eben.
heard that one before.
Wade.
Shout out to.
Wade.
Shout out.
Weird.
Shout out to the
Wade.
Aussies.
I mean, they are quite
Oh,
weird
Wade.
as well. We all
We
know
need to
the
talk
Wades.
English. Okay.
Harrison. Is that English enough for you, Josh?
Yeah.
Archibald.
That's cool.
I do like that.
I like Archibald.
Go and speak up a bit, just so we can hear.
Rory.
Rory.
Yeah, no.
One more?
3 more.
3 more.
Leo.
We like that.
I thought that might be it.
Leo the lion.
Sylvester.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
Alexei.
Sounds like a Lex.
Russian.
Russian.
Oh,
Hey,
we like
he's got
Russian
it.
names.
We like
Yeah,
Russian
he's
names.
We
got
like
this.
Russian names.
Do you want me to do this one first? And then...
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
let's just look through it, I guess.
let's look through it.
Let's
right.
just pick out like 5, 10 ones
Well,
that
Leo's
we
a
like, that we know we
given.
like.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a big fan of Christopher.
I like Christopher.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Christopher's good.
I have to agree. with
Absolutely
this.
massive.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
What, the person or the name?
No,
The name.
the
Neither.
name.
Just the name.
Just the
Okay.
name.
I think Christopher has to be one.
I think
One
that
of
should be
them.
top. I think that should be like number 1.
Okay.
I'm beginning to like Ninian.
Mm.
Because I feel like if I don't know anyone called that, but
Yeah,
if I
it's
did,
different.
I think I would like them. You know,
I
they'd
think-
be an interesting character.
I think
I
Ninian
could see
and
myself.
Vivian would go well together.
Yeah.
Is Vivian a girl's name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Ninian and
Twins.
Vivian.
Ooh, Ninian. Okay, I don't really like Ninian as much.
They'd
as
have
Ninian.
Minions.
No, it's not quite there.
I think there's some nicknames that might get
It's interesting. Okay,
true.
maybe not at the top. But
Okay, I like the last 5: Archibald, Rory, Leo, Sylvester, and Alexei.
Alexi just sounds like Alexa though. So you could, if you
Yeah,
like
we
shout
can't
out
pick it-
Alexa,
yeah.
you could literally like
Yeah.
get your Alexa to like.
That's a good.
True.
Yeah, you could
Do you
trigger
have
it.
Alexa?
If
I
you have
don't
Alexa.
personally, so that wouldn't be a
No.
problem.
Ah.
But in the future, we might.
Possibly. When Amazon takes over,
Yeah.
talk about that in a bit.
yeah, we
They
will.
might. What if they brung out instead of having an Alexa, you had an Alexi?
You're proper screwed.
Yeah. Okay, what's our
I
other
like
two?
Everett.
Everett.
I think that's quite nice.
Wasn't that the name of one of the owls in the Owls of Cahoot? I think it was.
Hmm.
Don't know. It just brought me back there.
It's quite an old-fashioned name. I quite like that.
It is.
It's quite like a posh.
It
Oh,
feels
my dear Everett, please come to your dear father.
Yeah.
Sounds very.
the prodigal Everett.
Are we picking Everett then? Or?
It's up to you guys.
It might make top
Christopher has
five.
to be on
Christopher has to be on there. Leo. What do you
It's
think of
kind
Leo?
of like small, you know. Do you want to
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sylvester. That's
I
bigger.
agree with you.
What about Sylvester?
Sylvester.
Small, yeah.
Sylvester
Sylvester,
Stallone.
that's
Do
pretty
you know what
hefty,
Leo means?
What does it
Kedden?
stand for?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Leonardo.
Leo.
Leonardo.
Oh.
Can we have Leonardo?
Ooh.
You want to
Can we change it?
Do you know
Oh.
what Leo means first?
No.
It means lion.
Leo the Lion.
Yeah.
It's a homage to Isaac, his well-known love of lions.
That's good.
Okay.
Shall we have
That's
Leo?
good.
Leonardo.
We'll consider
Leo.
it. I'm not super keen on, like, you know, I feel like something like Ashley or Ignatius would be more interesting. Ignatius. What do
What
we
about
think of
Archibald?
Ignatius?
Never been a big fan of that name, to be fair.
What,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, yeah, just
Because
hasn't.
Because
Yeah, because I
if
don't want
they
to get
go
bald.
bald,
Yeah, the
if you're
bald
called
part.
Archibald, you better not go bald.
Archie is
Because
alright, but Archibald. is
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like
that would be a
If you
bit.
shorten it, we could shorten it.
Archie.
Archie.
Cut out the bald.
Archer. Because then it's
Ar-
like.
Archer. I don't know if I would just pick
Not
on
so
you
sure.
right now.
we just changed
Okay,
it.
let's
Okay, we're
just
gonna
go
stick
for
to the names.
let's just
Okay,
go
let's
for
let's
five.
just pick
Let's
three.
say one each. And then we'll
Christopher
decide.
number one.
Christopher number one. We need two more.
Yeah, yeah.
Has to be. Yeah. It's a must.
We're not striking it like these aren't. We're not picking these.
Everett.
Okay, Everett. Yeah. Okay, we're
Yeah.
talking. Everett's number two
Everett, yeah.
or,
Okay,
or
then.
three, and then
Sure.
I like Oliver, but everyone
Yeah.
is Oliver, so it's yeah. Harrison or Leo
That's cool.
or Sylvester.
Harrison feels a bit, I don't know, plain to me. Maybe
Okay.
that's just me. I'm not so keen on Harrison. I think Leo might make number three, perhaps.
Leo.
I like Leo.
I like Leo. I like Leonardo especially.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
Call him Leo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
we'll go
Leonardo
Leo.
when you're annoyed.
So he's really a Leonardo.
Okay, so Christopher, Everett, and Leonardo or Leo. Do you want to do the girls now?
Yeah.
This is.
I feel like this is going to be harder for you guys.
Nah.
We should probably do
Whoa.
it quicker.
Okay. I'll just read them through and then.
Okay.
Okay.
Clara, Winifred, Phoebe, Meredith, Odette, Evangeline, Amy, Florence, and this was not intentional, but India, Catherine, Miriam, Juliet, Serenity, Rose, Neve, Leonora, Tess, Jennifer,
They still go. There you go.
Susan, and Gwendolyn.
One day.
Oh
This is
right.
gonna
I
be
feel
hard.
like,
Oh right.
Which one was it? Leonora. We could match.
That
it.
is
Leonora.
impressive.
Yes, we have to pick
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Right, that's third. That's got
Yeah,
third.
yeah.
We gotta.
All right.
Love that
Fine.
one.
Sure.
We're gonna do that.
All right. Pick like three each or something.
Okay,
and we'll narrow
okay,
it down
okay.
from that.
Yeah, yeah. Winifred feels really old school. I like it. But
I like Florence as well, but again,
I like Florence.
Yeah, I do
It
like
sounds like it's.
can you
Italy.
shorten that?
Yes,
Flora.
Florian.
Flori.
Flo,
Yeah, Florence.
Ren,
Flo.
Ori, but that's in boys.
Evangeline.
I like Florence as well.
What about Evangeline? Do you think she'd be a good evangelist?
That's what I was thinking.
I was literally thinking that.
Evangeline.
That's hilarious.
I mean, they're all nice names, but I have to narrow it
Miriam.
down. Catherine,
Catherine
Miriam,
de
Juliet.
Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
Shout out to Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben's
BBC.
Gowns.
BBC version. Neve.
Tess.
It's cool.
That's cool.
Is that short for
It's,
something?
it's short and snappy.
Is that short for something?
Could be.
I also feel like
It's
it's kind
quite-
of modern.
Quite
I don't know.
small.
In what way?
I think you can get away with that with a girl's name, though.
Mm.
Less than with a boy's name. More than with a boy's name. What about Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn.
That's,
What do you think of
that's a
that?
heavy one, that.
I've never heard that, and I don't think I want to hear it. Sorry to anyone called Gwendolyn. If there is anyone called Gwendolyn.
Apologies.
Susan.
Susan's a good name, but I wouldn't. I don't love it.
You
Like
can get confused between how to pronounce it. Like there's Susan and there's Shushan.
Suzanne.
Yeah.
Shushan.
Shushan.
You know.
Shisha.
Yeah,
That's a
I
downside.
get, yeah, that's a good point.
Shout out to
That's true.
Johnny English #1.
Oh, yeah.
So, shall we nominate Florence for Florence as well?
For two,
Yeah.
So
Or
we
for,
can- we
or
can-
maybe for one.
two, and then you'll try and get a
Oh,
first.
and Juliet, because Romeo and Juliet.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we know. Yeah, where was Romeo in the other one?
Yeah. Could have paired them all up.
Yeah.
Like Romeo and
Come
Juliet.
on, these are our children, guys.
Whoa. Okay, what
children?
about something like Rose or Amy? A bit more common.
Again, they're like, I like them a bit more than Susan.
Yeah.
But they're very standard.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, so I like the more interesting ones.
Yes.
But they're very nice names.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
saying. Jennifer.
Similar.
Jennifer, Leonora, Juliet, Miriam, Catherine, Florence. They're like my favourites.
Can't
Yeah,
go wrong with
Catherine-
Catherine. Can't go wrong with
Can't go with Lady Catherine.
Lady
I think we have to put Lady Catherine #1.
Yes, I'd say so.
Catherine.
I think it's the top
We
notch.
don't agree, do we?
Collective
Okay,
decision.
it's
remember?
gotta be
Right,
collective.
Yes.
Second then?
I like one like Phoebe. Or something.
Phoebe's no.
Yeah,
Quite
I
like
think it's quite nice.
Tess. I just love Tess.
You like that?
Yeah.
I
Pass
like
the
it,
test.
but it's like,
That
what's
was-
it? What's the full name? Like, I feel like it's a nickname. Rather
It's
than-
Should
true,
be a
it's
nickname,
true.
that's what it- Yeah.
Yeah.
Suggest.
Hmm.
Well,
We've
we
got-
can give it a long version, a long name like we did for Leah.
Tessalina.
Tessalina.
Tesla.
There we have it.
Tesla.
Right, that's #1. No, come on, that's boring.
Leonora. What? Tesla.
Tesla.
How can Tesla be about? Okay.
Because we don't actually think that's #1.
Right, we need another one. We've got Florence. We've got Leonora. What's the
Catherine.
third?
Catherine.
Fine.
Go on, we'll do Catherine.
Yeah, we'll do Catherine. Okay, we'll
go
do
for it.
Catherine.
Okay,
We'll
what,
do
for
that.
#1?
Maybe we don't all agree with that.
Yeah.
No, we'll go number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, so we've got Florence is #1.
Florence is #1.
Then
Leonora.
Leonora is 2,
let's go
and
with-
Catherine is 3.
Lady Catherine.
Sorry,
Lady
Catherine.
De Bourgh.
De Bourgh.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
We do have a question in chat from Josh Allen. Will Josh be answering his Instagram Q&A?
Ooh.
It's a very good question.
Yes. They're all on here.
We have a lot
We will-
of Q&A.
We
What's the
will
time?
answer those questions
We should probably
in the future.
speed through the reviews. 'Cause we've got lots of
Yes,
questions.
we've got lots of questions.
Okay, so we will
Review time.
now move on to the review part where we will review Doritos.
Oh, the new
Yes.
Doritos.
Yes.
Oh,
There we
yes.
go. We're not sponsored, by the way.
I've been
No,
waiting.
we would like to be though.
We
Alright.
would.
I'll love
Shout out to
Doritos.
Doritos.
Sponsor
Can you
us.
sponsor us?
Do you want to pass them around? Take a couple.
We will spread your name everywhere.
Sponsor us, yeah. One first podcast.
I feel like the
Start
audience
with
might want some of these, you know?
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, behind the scenes.
Pass
We
that
haven't
to the
said the
cameraman,
flavour.
please.
Oh, yeah.
They're flaming hot.
Flaming hot.
apparently. Really
Do you have
hot.
any milk?
Really, really
You've
hot.
got milk.
Really hot.
Sweet milk.
Right.
You
Crunchy.
literally just ate it before anyone else.
Okay, let's
So
go.
that's like having communion before anyone else.
Yeah, do that a lot. Do that a lot, guys.
You did have a question on communion that you can answer at the same time. Let me find it.
How long is that?
Is our guest visitor also answering on communion?
Quite spicy.
Is that hitting?
A lot of paprika. There's a lot of paprika.
Ice cold.
He's crying.
What
He's
are
crying.
your
Caramel's
thoughts
crying.
on not communion, communism? Lol.
Oh, that's a bit different to communion.
Wow.
Communism.
Mm.
Do Doritos cause communism, do you think?
Oh.
No.
I feel
I think
like
they're the opposite.
Yes,
Yeah.
because everyone wants them, so you have to share them out equally.
Ah. Is this
But
capitalism?
unfortunately, for you guys, I'm a capitalist.
shame.
Whoa.
That just means it eats all the Doritos.
You got it?
Right, I'm gonna start the reviews. I'm gonna say that the flavor's quite nice. It's not as nice as barbecue.
It's got a good spread of powder.
It's got
All
lots
the
of
chips.
powder, and it's quite spicy as well. I wouldn't say it's not maximum heat.
You need to eat a couple then.
Yeah, I have.
Like, people need to know.
Okay. I give them like a heat score of 7 out of 10.
That's decent.
They are reasonably spicy actually. They've done better than most.
Mm.
Because most spicy crisps aren't actually spicy when they say they are.
Exactly.
These are spicy.
Those give you a hit. You need some milk with it.
They are.
But actually,
Yeah,
a
quite
good flavour as well. Like, some spicy things are like really horrible.
Quite
Yeah.
similar to jalapeno, but
Yeah.
quite nice. 7 out of 10.
Mm.
Well
Good
seasoned.
crunch. Goes down well. 7 out of 10.
I think it's pretty good.
Love that.
Pretty good.
Big up.
Big up the Doritos.
Big up the
Please
Doritos,
sponsor
Flamin'
us. Please. We need money.
We need Doritos.
All right. Shall we move on to Agram? Do we have some Agram?
Oh.
Yeah, let's wash it down.
Wash it down.
We need something to wash it down. All right.
Ooh,
yes. Best finish Ben's milk.
How wonderful.
We need some glasses as well, please.
Does someone want to introduce the Agram?
Very professional. That's
Beth, would you like to introduce what Agram is?
Not if you want me to get you glasses.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's have a look. It is.
Agram is a French citrus drink, and when we first found it, you could not get it in the south of France. You could only get it in the north.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, was it the other way
Yeah.
around? Okay, so it started in the
That's
south.
the only place we could find it south of France.
So we had to stock up on it, stockpile it.
In a
before we went
worldwide
back.
search, we could only
Aye.
find it in the south of France. That is how special. This is liquid gold right here, folks. Liquid gold. It even looks gold, almost. It's a citrus fizzy drink, yeah. So it's
Got to
Do the honours.
Listen to that.
Do we have it with the Doritos or?
Ooh, I feel
To
like that's
wash it down.
gonna.
Oh,
wash
yeah,
it
wash it
down.
down.
Is it fizzy?
There you go.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if it's fizzy, that is gonna crash with the spice.
What is that
That
black stuff?
Is
that a fly?
Oh, we've got two
Ah.
flies. Right, that's
Extra
gonna be
flavour right there.
Literally.
yeah, extra nutrition, you know.
That is banging.
You just doubled
That
the
is
protein.
Literally.
more than
Double the protein intake.
Double the
yeah.
calories.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It's
go.
a hack.
Let's try it.
How much that?
Oh yeah.
Love the pouring technique, by the way. 2 hands.
Very
Firm
stable.
grip. Very
You gotta,
stable.
yeah, you gotta be stable with these kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I might have to.
You gonna drink it with the flies in there?
Well.
No?
Nah, come on.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Okay.
Off camera.
Vote. Comment. Vote. Should he drink
Off
the
camera.
slides?
Off camera.
Should we do a little cheers?
Cheers.
I do drink.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Big ears.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Who has actually got big ears?
Mm.
I love this really.
Josh, no. Josh is small ears.
Right, guys. What's the review? What we saying, mate? What we saying?
For those Kiwis out there, it doesn't beat the Iron Brew. No, no. What's it called?
For the Kiwis out there.
What's it
Just
called?
say-
What's it called? Do you know what it's called?
Yeah.
How have we forgotten?
Oh my days.
How?
That's disappointing.
That is Alan P.
Yes,
Doesn't beat
Alan
it.
P.
Does not beat Alan P.
Does not beat the Alan.
No chance.
No. It's still very good though.
It's pretty close.
Has that
To me,
citrusy.
nah. I mean, I haven't tried Alan P or Adam P
should.
or whatever it is, but I think this beats Adam P.
It does
Like,
You're wrong.
No, you are.
this
straight.
to me is, it's so good. Just on a hot summer's day, you come in, you get one of these. You can't beat it.
Is
better
this
than everything
is this best at washing down spicy Doritos than LMP?
Than Adam P.
No,
Adam
no.
PT. Adam PT. Yeah.
Alan P is just better at everything.
It is.
Wow,
So,
that's a clear.
Washing down, just anything.
Washing up.
Washing
Washing
up.
up, washing down, washing up.
You can use it to wash up. It will like take all the dirt off.
But is this okay? Is
Is
this
that
as good
potent?
as? Where does this rank on the?
Mm.
Is it like lemonade level? Is it below that?
It's better than lemonade.
It's better.
I'd say on the soft drink spectrum,
We could rank for days.
I'd say solid 7.
Mm.
I would
7 out of 10.
Maybe 8
Mm.
on a good day. If I was being generous.
Depends how cold that day is. This is very refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was a hot day, this would be better. It gets better with heat.
Aye.
The more heat you get.
Yeah. Because it's fruity.
Mm.
It's very
It's
citrusy,
juicy,
yeah.
fruity,
Mm.
and on a hot day, juicy fruit really
Juicy fruit.
adds to your
True.
You can't beat juicy fruit on a
love
hot day,
of,
can you?
yeah, of the fruit. That's really lovely.
I think that's its best quality. It's very refreshing. I think as a flavoursome drink, it's kind of alright.
Mm.
But as a refreshing drink, it's like
Mm.
it's up there.
It's at the top, really.
Mm.
If we're in a hot country, it would be nicer. I think. Like it would
Yeah.
be really, really nice.
Mm.
Like in France.
Yes. that's
Yeah,
exactly
like the
it.
south.
Maybe that's why the south was only in the south of France.
Mm. Possibly.
All right. We watched a movie last night.
Oh.
We did.
We watched
We did indeed.
we watched no less than a Bond movie,
Ooh.
Casino
Fitting. We thought it fitting.
Casino Royale. We thought it fitting given the, you know,
The presence
Yeah, people,
of
the
of
presence.
Bond.
Yeah.
We thought it would be a good bonding movie.
Mm.
Yes.
So, what do we think? Casino Royale, how was it? Was it your first time seeing it, Josh?
It was. Yeah, I thought it was alright. It like the action was decent. There was a bit too much like lovey-dovey stuff in it. for my
Yeah, it was a
taste.
bit heavy on
That's
that.
true. It was very
Like
heavy.
there was a full like half an hour of just like love,
Yeah.
and I didn't appreciate that much.
No. The calculator app was very helpful on those moments.
Yeah, the start was good. Like the
Mm.
first scene of like the chase scene, really appreciated that. From there on, just
The
went
parkour
downhill.
at the start was
Top notch.
very good.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't argue.
I'd give it like a 5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
ooh.
low.
Wow.
It's quite low, yeah.
That is
I've seen a lot
cool.
better, that's for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Any other insights?
I think I'd give it higher than that. I think you have to factor in the poker scene.
Ooh, that's true.
The poker game was very well done, and it was very. There were lots of details that if you look out for, you see like the way they're reading each other, and they have certain habits that they do when they're bluffing or when they're not bluffing, or watching the bets and seeing how, like when they have the break, there's so much that happens in between the breaks when they go and take a timeout, and then they come back. It's like some of them have literally almost died in between, and then they come back to the table and start playing again, and look like nothing's happened, but they both know that each other has almost died.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. There's like a tension there. It's really
Psychology
nice.
going on. Yeah.
A lot of psychology going on, yeah. So it's really cool. I think that is a really good. Like, there's much more in it because
Hard
of
to
that.
capture.
It's not just an action Bond movie where it's all kind of break in, blast the guns, you know, all that. It's like got that kind of intellectual level as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I like about it as well. Like in terms of the action's good, and I don't think the plot's the best, but the details and some of the ways that they do the way that they walk into the like casino place and it's all set out and they have their they just like toss their car keys to someone who goes and takes like I like those little details.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think certain scenes were very good. But then also certain scenes were a bit dodgy. That's for sure.
You're the expert
So-
of this, bro.
Not that. Chill.
There is a mic right there.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So what are we giving it out of 10? 5.
5.
Is that what we're?
I need to compensate for Josh's 5.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like we should up it to at least a 6.
I think the movie for how much I enjoy the movie, which is kind of how I rate. I don't rate movie. You can rate things on the, the action or the plot and stuff, but I rate it for how much I enjoy it, and I enjoy it like almost a 7 out of 10.
I'd say if you,
Yeah.
in the context of a Bond movie, like if you watch it expecting a Bond movie, I think it's very good. Like very 8 out of 10. But objectively, it's probably worse. So yeah, I think 6 or 7 out of 10 probably, maybe 6.
What about you, Caden? What do you think?
I thought it was good, but some of the scenes were a bit over the top. And it is a Bond movie, though,
Agreed.
and you have to expect that.
Yeah.
But again, the plot, it wasn't wow. It wasn't like you could understand what was happening. It wasn't like there was a change here and another change.
Yeah.
It was quite samey.
Just kind of clip it all together. And
Yeah, the action was good. The action was very well done. Would rate that. But
Yeah.
I think
Maybe a 6.
you have to expect a bit of samey plot because it is James Bond. So it's kind of it's limited to that anyway.
So we're giving it a
True.
6. 6
I
out of
think
10.
okay, 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 works.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. What do we rate? Doritos was a 7, right?
Yes.
And what was the Eggman? What do we rate the Eggman?
Was it a 7 as well?
7, pushing an 8 on them.
Pushing an 8.
I would give. Come on, let's give it an 8.
When you
Any compared to any other soft
yes,
drinks
to
that
be
you know,
fair, like
if it's
Yeah, Alan
second
Pease at the
only
top.
to Adam Pete's or whatever he's called,
but
that
Alan
is
Pease.
impressive. That's second in the world.
lemon and
It's got to be
pineapple.
more than a 7 out
So
of 10 if it's second soft drink. in the
Okay,
world.
if we exclude Alan P, it's like an 8 or 9.
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So let's
That's
say
an important piece of
8
information.
and
yeah.
then
Okay. Yeah.
and then
we'll go
Adam's
with an 8.
Peas are.
Okay. Great.
I'm not.
Okay.
That
Right. That's the end of our reviews. So we're moving on to the final section now, which is the questions that we received.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So we've got a lot of questions.
Mm.
Shall we run through them fairly quick?
These are
Fairly,
questions that we received before starting the podcast, by the way.
Yes.
So we will kind of try and do the questions on live.
If you have any
as we go
questions,
through, but
yeah. If you
so
have any
do
questions,
put questions on.
put them in the
Do
chat.
that.
and we'll answer them.
But yeah, these questions were put to us before we started. So
Okay. The first one is: are pigeons real, or are they government spies?
Oh.
that's an interesting
Who
question.
sent that question in?
I'd be curious to know who said that.
I think it was Ava.
Interesting. Okay.
So I thought they were from the government to start with, but then our cat brought one in once, and I can
You
confirm.
could see inside.
I can see the
inner
inside.
workings.
I can definitely confirm it was flesh.
Yeah.
Very
But it
real.
could be government flesh.
It could be.
Could be.
I think I'll throw a spanner in the works here and say that not all pigeons are the same.
Oh, okay.
Because I've seen some pigeons that act very normal, like you would expect a pigeon to, you know, like flying around the garden, and even getting caught by like a sparrowhawk. We have that sometimes. But I've also seen some pigeons be like really dodgy. Like we'll be just sat in a cafe or something, around a table, and there'll be lots of people there, and I'll see a pigeon in a corner, and it will start walking, and it will go right to us, and then it will just kind of chill around our table the whole time as if it's listening. Now you don't know because they hide it really well. They're very clever devices. You know, the government's got some good tech.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
you know, you have to be aware of these things. You have to have your wits about you. And sometimes, like that pigeon, that's been there half an hour. He's not had a single morsel. He still pretends to be interested. He hadn't flown off. You know, that's dodgy. That is.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what do you
that's,
think?
to me, that's dodgy. Bit. That's suspicious. So I think there could be some out there. They like to mix them in, right? The government. Quite clever.
So pigeons
They'll
are
have-
real.
Most of them will be real, and then they'll just mix in some fake ones.
Yeah.
You
So
can
you
tell.
have, like-
you can tell because they give you that eye. And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they've got really beady eyes as well.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
like
a
one
little
in
camera.
7, I think.
Maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah, one in everything.
I think so.
All right,
About
good answers.
Let's move on.
But it depends where you are a bit as well. So that's
Yeah.
you know, it can change a bit. Like where you are might be different to where I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can tell you're very
Benjamin.
passionate about this subject. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done his research.
Yeah.
that's just touching the surface there. But I like the
Yeah.
There's,
question.
there's a lot in it.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
you could go a lot deeper into that.
Okay, Elijah asks about pineapple on pizza.
Oh, always the controversial.
Why?
Not for me. No.
No. What, Josh? What?
No.
What was that?
Josh,
It just doesn't work.
right? Can we have a substitute here for
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah. Roll
How
on,
do you
guys.
sneak into being a decent dude? I think that should be one of the things. Like
That they
to
like
be a
food.
decent dude, you have to
Mm.
qualify with the pineapple on pizza.
Mm.
You have to eat a
Whoa.
whole slice
Ooh.
just to prove
We're
it.
losing our audience here, Manny. Chill.
I'll eat it.
Our
I
viewership's
don't
just
know.
gone down.
Sorry, I know this is a divisive subject. I know this is controversial, but that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
It is fair.
I think pineapple is food, and pizza is food. So therefore, I will eat food.
Very
That's
caveman.
messed up.
Love that.
Very fundamental.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Base.
You've got to break it down to the
Based.
basics.
Food is more
Food.
complicated.
Food.
There are some foods that go better together, but
Yeah.
if you were like, would you like this pizza with pineapple or without? I will take the pineapple. Because then you can eat the pineapple like afterwards, before, you can eat it with it. You've got all these options, whereas if you don't have the pineapple, you don't have any.
You don't have any.
You can't. You
pineapple.
don't have anything to work
You
with,
just don't have pineapple.
Okay, I get that.
especially if the price is the same. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Elijah also asked, could we beat a gorilla in a fight?
We.
Yes.
Oh.
What does we mean?
Josh could.
Does that mean?
I'd say.
Oh yeah. Okay. Depends who it is.
Definitely a baby one.
Oh.
I'd say that would be.
We're
dead
beating up.
impossible.
We're beating up children now.
What if we scale it down? A baby, a human infant versus a gorilla infant.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yep.
But that's not the question.
Okay, yeah,
A
okay.
gorilla.
I think we're talking about a
Stick-
grown-up
no.
gorilla.
Grown-up gorilla.
Versus
A grown-up.
a
human.
grown-up male.
I think
And a tall one.
A tall one.
I was gonna say
So like
if it was a grown-up gorilla, but it was like short, then yeah, obviously.
What, a short gorilla?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they're still strong, like
yeah.
that. Yeah, but you know, it's like high ground advantage. It's like
High
Yeah.
ground.
you can't compete.
Lightsaber high ground.
Yeah.
What weapons do we get when fighting this gorilla?
That's true. Do we get weapons?
Yeah.
We don't
Would
know.
would that change it?
Yes, because you could just.
So so you could easily with a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not-
go about bare hands.
Yeah, we have to go
Okay,
bare
bare
hands
hands,
because it
bare
doesn't specify the question.
I think that's quite
I'd
hard.
probably do an arm wrestle with it first, just to check how strong it is.
That makes
And
sense.
you're going into
Yeah.
that fight with only one arm, Josh.
Do it with both arms.
You're going with no arms then.
No arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gorilla would
But the
Rip
gorilla
your
will
arm.
also have no
Yeah.
arms because he'll, you know,
Oh.
they're both going to get really tired doing those arm wrestles.
yeah.
So then
Does
it's a
depend.
question. So would a gorilla be better? No arms gorilla, would it be a no arms Josh?
Well, that's just a kicking fight now.
Yeah. I'd say yeah. I think
You think
I
you
think I
lose?
could. No, I think I'd win.
Mm.
I think I could kick it off its balance pretty easily. Yeah, they're
And
just
once it's down, it's down.
once it's down, you just step on it and
Mm.
Right, and you've got
You
it.
get
you've got
tapped.
it. You've got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You've got the high
You've got it into place.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
But also, like, gorillas don't have the brains, so
exactly.
just outmaneuver them. Like, you know, like a bull, like they come charging, you just kind of do that
Yes.
and wear down its
So
energy.
humans
and
have the brains, but gorillas are much bigger and they can climb really quickly and stuff and move around. They're
Yeah.
also their blow could kill you, but you can kill a gorilla with your blow if you just punch it.
But we're not doing
Let's bring
that.
back arms for a second.
But it's
Okay.
fine.
If we bring back arms for a second, just like base human man, male, fully grown versus base gorilla. I don't think, unless you had, depending on the environment perhaps, maybe if the human was in a certain environment where there were lots of rocks around or something and you could throw them or, you know, take advantage of your environment, I don't think there's anything you could really do with the gorilla. It's just too tough. It's got that tough skin. It's big,
Okay.
Okay.
it's
Could
beefy.
you restrain it? Put it in a chokehold.
You could put it in a chokehold if you could get there.
If you could get there.
Get it on the chokehold, but yeah,
Okay.
probably
Okay.
pretty hard
Yeah,
to
think
do.
we covered that one?
Covers it.
Yeah, so gorilla, I would put gorilla on top definitely.
Mm.
That one. But
We can
if
agree to
depending
disagree.
on whether we have arms,
Exactly.
if we don't have arms, I think Josh wins.
Mm.
If we have arms, the gorilla wins because you know gorillas have long, big arms. That's like
That's
their main
true.
weapon.
That is true.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Why is Josh's hair cooler than Nathaniel's?
Ooh.
Whoa!
Oh my
Do
goodness,
you wanna-
Nathaniel! I feel like
Oh,
you
you wanna
have to
just
show
look
it.
here in front of the
Oh, he's
He's
gonna
doing
like
his hair. He's doing his.
No, you can't touch it before you get the camera. No touching.
Ooh.
Right, side view,
Can we
side
just
view.
admire? Can we just admire
Wait,
the little,
yeah.
the little hiccup
Yeah.
in the front?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we can have some audience interaction here. Comment whose hair is better.
Please do.
I think we'll leave it up to you guys to be honest.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see what you guys
You
say.
comment and tell us your opinions, and if you could give a little reason why as well, that'd be great.
That would be.
Kind
Do
of
it.
size it up, you know.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah.
We
Okay.
have 2 questions in chat. Do you want to hear them?
Shall we hear them now, or shall we?
Let's
Yeah,
let's
see
hear
them
them. Let's hear
Yeah,
them.
go on.
Okay, well, Saul desperately wants you to answer this question, so good luck. I don't think many of you know much about this. Pre, mid, or post tribulation?
Mm.
I mean, I like Trident, so
Which one?
What?
we'll go with the tribulation thing. Whatever.
That is very, that's very controversial. I don't know much about it.
Mm.
I know vaguely what it is.
I think we
It's
need.
very
I think we
complicated.
need him to elaborate on the question.
Okay.
It's quite
I
quite a
don't.
deep question to.
It
End
get
time
through.
stuff is just so hard. Like you can never really know for sure. So I think
Speculation.
you
There
just
are-
gotta
There are
go with it.
certain, perhaps pointers in the Bible about some things that we might know or might have an idea about.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a lot of areas of end time stuff that is kind of left grey a little bit. Maybe you could say that it's just stuff that we don't need to know.
Yeah.
There's what's the verse about? Some things God has kept hidden from us, like only God knows. I think maybe that applies a little bit to end time stuff.
Well, he's the only one that
Never
knows
know.
the hour and the place.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
That's one example.
You can
yeah,
try to figure
that's
it
one
out.
example.
we can try to figure it out.
That's one example.
We'll probably get it wrong.
So, yeah,
Okay.
maybe that's a little bit deep.
Was there another
Did
question?
we have
That
another
is deep.
question?
You did.
You've scared us off, Saul, with your question.
Yeah, it might need a bit of
Congratulations.
study before we answer that properly.
That's a hard one to pull off.
Samuel Barber, who just tried to call me and I rejected his call,
Yeah.
asks, what is swag? And what does swag
Swag.
stand for?
Ooh. Okay.
Swag.
We're wearing it, Sam. We're wearing
Yes.
it.
I think it's just who we are
Observe.
as decent dudes. It's like buried deep in us. I think it's
Decent
just-
dudes
Yeah.
have the
It's part
swag.
of us.
They have the swag.
It's an inherent quality of a decent dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and an inherent part of us.
It's like you have the swag bags, but we have the swag bags like inside of us. Like we don't need to have the physical things because they're just part of us, part of our personality.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The physical?
Don't miss the physical
Yeah, okay.
part of swag.
So what does swag stand for? I think that's a more concretely
Okay.
helpful question.
Something.
Sideways wiggles.
Something with
Sideways wiggles. You know the swag.
Yeah.
So, sideways wiggles and
Giggles.
Sideways Wiggles and Giggles. That's it. Sideways Wiggles and Giggles. That's what swag stands for.
I think we could get better than that though.
You're back.
I reckon we could get better than that. Yeah.
Should we think about it?
Okay, well, maybe we'll come back to that if we've got
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
At the moment, it's Sideways Wiggles and Giggles.
You have 2 votes, by the way, for best hair.
Oh.
One vote for Josh, and no qualifications, and another not vote saying Nathaniel's side is better, but Josh's top is better. I'm not sure how he saw Josh's top.
I do like this top. To be
Yeah.
honest.
The top. Really
Nathaniel's side is covered up by a jumper. And a top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And talking about the hair. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
About
Okay, so it's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of 1.5 to half.
that. 1.5.
Yeah.
One and a
okay,
half each.
1.5 to half.
All right,
yeah.
good insights.
So you win, Josh.
Do we get to know
At the
who
moment,
voted then?
Who
So I
voted?
can judge who.
Soul said Nathaniel's side is better, but Josh's top is better. He is one of the only people who can actually see your top properly,
Okay.
the top of your head.
good.
So
That's
this,
true.
this maybe has quite a lot of weight to it.
Okay.
And then seriously different, says Josh.
My man.
Wow.
There you go.
That's how you do it.
Cameraman's
Which is
gonna
Ethan.
end the live stream.
Right, that's it.
Get it off.
He's out.
Oh right.
Oh, elaboration from seriously different, i.e. Ethan.
Oh.
Josh's is better because it's puffy.
Oh,
The
you got
puff.
the
That is it. It's the
The
puff.
puff.
It's got the
The
puff.
The
Yes.
puff.
It's the puff.
Adds
Has
to the
character.
swag, you know.
That is a very
It's
valid
true.
point.
Has its own-
I
It's got a
agree.
sideways wiggle. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that you can just see. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Yes. Thank you for
Adds to
that.
the swag.
Seriously different.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, next question. Matt says, this is a big one. Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
Oh, Wii for me.
I mean, it's obviously we.
It's gotta
like
be
the
Wii.
I mean, you literally have a steering wheel.
You got everything. You got
You-
shortcuts.
You
got
have the
glitches.
good music. I mean, it's all
I
got
think the
good
glitches
music,
take
but-
it. I agree.
Yeah,
the glitches take it. Like
Glitches
the
are
shortcuts and the
absolute- Yeah.
like breaking the game is just so fun, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I have to agree that glitches are pretty fun. You've got a few glitches that you know about. That's pretty good.
if you like a game with no glitches and just straight racing and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe I guess takes it. But if you want to do the glitches, if you want to do what's not supposed to be done, then it's Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, if you want to master the game,
Mm.
Wii is way better. You can really get amazing at it. But like the Deluxe is just like once you get to a certain standard, you just can't get any better. Like it's just way too easy.
Yeah, and we know because we has had
We've done
experience.
it.
We do.
We have.
plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty of that.
Masters of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, David asks about pirates. Are they cool?
Which one?
Pirates, eh?
Depends if we're talking about Jack
Yeah, which
Sparrow
ones?
or
The whole
Jack Sparrow
just the
kind of
general,
Just pirates as general.
Pirates in general.
I feel like stealing stuff is bad.
feel like stealing stuff is
No way.
Yeah, I'd say that somewhere.
You might have something there.
But I like
Yeah.
the hats. Love the hats.
Oh,
I think they look cool, but what they do is the opposite.
They probably don't smell cool either.
no.
But they have rum.
That's got you
Do
got
have
rum.
rum.
You know, it's quite smelly though. So yeah, that kind of proves something.
Smelly,
Yeah.
good smelly though.
Their breath can't be very nice.
That's up for debate. That
The rum.
it's a rum,
Fresh rum.
He likes the rum. It's a rum.
He likes
guy
the
knows.
Ooh.
I think pirates were not cool, but then Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and now they're cool.
Yeah.
I think real life. I think piracy is a different question, but I think pirates are kind of cool. You know, you can
Yeah.
climb the rigging. You've got your
Right.
guns and your cutlasses, and you've got your jewels and your buried treasure. Like,
missing teeth,
Yeah.
yeah,
gold teeth,
gold teeth, exactly.
silver teeth.
So what would you say to any young Davids out there who are
Black
thinking
teeth.
about piracy as a career?
Ooh.
Follow your dreams.
Yeah, if you have a dream and you and you believe in that dream, you can make it happen.
That's it.
Yeah.
Look at Jack Sparrow. I mean,
Yeah.
man had a small boat.
Small
And a
boat,
big dream.
big dream.
A little
Look
lad
what
with
happens.
a small boat and a big
Dream,
dream.
yeah, with a big boat and a small dream.
5 movers and counting, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack asks 9 to 5 or an 8 till 4.
9 to 5 because I hate getting up early.
I'm gonna say 8 to 4 because I want my evenings. I like having lots of time at the end of the day.
Depends how far away your job is, I guess. Because if you got to travel, like an hour commute, I don't know, then you want the 9 to 5.
Didn't know you had a job.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna say that I don't like the mentality of your job is different from your life. I think your job is part of your life. So it's not a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 4. It's you get up and you go to sleep. Like the work never stops. I don't mean your job never stops, but I mean I would like if I'm doing work, I still want to be me. I still want to be interacting. I still want to be showing like God's character as much as possible and trying to reflect Him. And I guess you have to start your job at some point, but like the
So
longer
you
work,
don't like to see it as something that you just do and get out of the way.
yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
So it's technically 24/7.
So which would you rather? Which one would you say if you had to pick?
I guess 8 till 4 because then you have more time in the evening.
So you do want to get it out of the way. It's just your job. Really.
Yeah. But my point being that if you had to pick one, like you want more. Everyone wants more time. That's what everyone wants. So it's like.
Josh just wants more sleep.
I
That's
do.
all he wants.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not helpful thinking about it as this, like, let's go do my job for this amount of time.
Like,
and then,
if you've got a place you need to be, like you're working, rather than getting there on time, like why don't you get there a bit earlier?
Yes.
Because actually, like, don't see it as a job. See it as something you can influence. I guess a place you can live in. A place you can.
a place you can shine in.
Depends what kind of job it
Exactly.
is, because if it's like McDonald's,
Ooh,
Yeah.
If it's McDonald's, then I'd quit. Just quit my job.
Yeah.
I'd be 9 to 9.
Okay. Sam also asks, "What's the tallest person you know?"
Are you taller than Soul, Josh?
Might be
It's a
Saul.
big
I
question.
don't think so.
Don't think so.
Nah.
Soul's 6'6" now.
Ooh, yeah, that-
Probably 6'7".
No,
I think it's-
that is tall.
I think Saul has to be the tallest
That
person.
is- I do know.
Saul, can you
I did
confirm?
see someone that was like 6'8".
Yeah, Soul, in the chat, bro.
6'6" or 6'7".
Where's your guesses now?
All right. Genchi asks about Brexit. I mean,
Yeah.
Brexit's
Wait, which
quite
tie?
old
Which
news.
tie? As in Brexit football or just Brexit?
Ooh, Brexit tackles.
Boris Johnson
Right.
type stuff.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson types.
Oh, as in that rugby tackle.
That was a Brexit tackle.
That
I'll give it to
was-
you,
that
but
was proper.
Brexit tackle.
the
I'm in
He
favour.
got Brexit
If
done.
Brexit brings the Brexit tackles, I'm in favour of it.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
a good Brexit tackle myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we all seem agreed on that.
That's great.
We like Brexit.
Sol is 6'6".
6'6". He'll be 6'7". He will be 6'7".
Will.
He's
6'7".
probably already 6'7".
He's
he just
growing
hasn't
as we speak,
measured
yeah.
himself since
Wow,
yesterday.
that's
Yeah.
that's a big one.
All right. Are Crocs cool?
Crocs.
Crocs. Never personally had them before.
I haven't. You haven't.
No.
Not a big Croc.
I mean, you've got to admit the second gear is pretty cool.
Yeah, sports
Like,
mode.
yeah,
sports
you
mode.
have to admit.
Sports mode brings it.
You
Yeah,
have to admit
that's it.
that it's pretty cool.
Love that.
Yeah. I think they're pretty good. You can just kind of slide them on, go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah.
You know, you could be
What about
fighting World War in that in Crocs,
could.
you know, and they'd be fine. Just
Sports
on
mode.
Sports mode, run across no man's land, you're done.
Indestructible.
yeah?
And
Probably will be
William.
done. But yeah, Crocs, they're great. Great for everything. Everything.
What about Crocs versus sliders? Is that a question? Because
Sliders are kind of Crocs, but without. They're different
Yeah.
on the. They don't have the sports mode, so they're less
No.
cool.
Yeah.
But they're also more simplistic, so they're better.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can also bring in Wellington boots here. They're like Crocs, but they've got
Extendable
socks and they've got no
Yeah,
hole.
well they can get very hot. So.
It's very topical, isn't it, Wellington?
Yes.
It is.
I think Crocs are useful. Just we've never personally had them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 2 more questions in chat.
Let's
Josh
have
and
them.
now.
Let's
sure.
go. Let's go.
The first one is, another of souls, which you can answer very quickly. On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited for Kevin Lee are you?
11. It's got to be. It's got to be high. It's got to be high.
11.
It's always
That's
high.
not on the spectrum.
9.
That's not.
It breaks it.
Oh, it's
9.
beyond.
Yeah. Infinity and beyond.
It's bust.
Yeah.
I'm saying
We
9.
broke the scale. We broke the scale.
9's nice and high, but leaves room for like it could be topped potentially by something else, but it's pretty high. It's
I accept that.
Yeah, I was going to say 9 as well.
I accept.
Like, it's almost there. I'm pretty excited.
9.5.
You just upped it actually to 9.5 because now I'm thinking about it.
9.5. Loads of potential. Maybe could be a tiny bit higher.
If the weather's
maybe.
good.
We
The
don't.
weather
The
is a factor.
unpredictability makes it a 9.5.
Yes.
Yeah,
let's go with that.
Agreed.
Any other questions?
Yes. Well, first we have a comment from Samuel saying that Sol is actually 5'18".
He is. Yes.
Oh my God,
5'18".
sorry.
Yeah.
Correction. 5'18". That is a valid point.
It's about as tall as Legolas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
True.
Well,
That's crazy.
True.
Legolas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we have a question from Noah Gomez, who's finally popped up. Greetings, 4 dudes. Apart from your decent podcast, what other podcasts do you recommend?
That's a good one.
That's a good
one.
question.
I was listening to one the other day called "Give Me an Answer."
Ooh. Did you get an answer?
I did get an answer. I got some good answers. So go check it out. It's by what's the guy's name?
Adam P.
Chris? No, not Chris. No, you know the guy. The street preacher.
Street preacher.
Cliff.
Cliff
Cliff
Connectley.
Whitley.
Cliff Connectley.
Give me an answer.
Cliff Connectley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good.
That is how you pronounce it, by the way. I've heard him say
This
it.
isn't just you.
It's not just me. Cliff Connectley.
Any others?
Yeah, Valuetainment or Patrick David's podcast is really good. They get loads of interesting people on,
Patrick
especially to do
Bet-David.
with Patrick Bet-David.
Bet-David.
Yeah, he's very good at doing his podcasting, and the people he gets on, they're very topical people.
Yeah,
Very relevant.
I have to agree. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Sound?
Yeah.
2 recommendations there for you now.
Get listening, bro.
Okay, right. Let's move on to favorite Bible verse.
Oh, John 3:16. John 3:16.
John 3:16.
Oh,
Everyone should know that.
You
So
make
maybe
sure
it
you
can't
say
be
it clearly, else no
the
one's gonna.
favourite one.
John
Yeah.
3:16.
Which is what?
Oh,
For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish,
but
but have
everlasting life.
life.
Eternal.
Eternal life. Depends on
Depends
the
what
version,
translation.
Yeah.
So there's a question. Which translation? No, we won't go there. I was going to say, which translation do you use? That could be a question.
Well,
ESV.
3
can
of
go
you
there.
said everlasting, and 1 of you said eternal.
Which one's it from, though?
I feel like Eternal might be KJV.
Everlasting sounds more poetic.
Yeah.
Everlasting.
I would have
Yeah,
thought that
that's-
eternal would have been from the NIV, which is the one that I read more often. But I said
Pull it up.
everlasting.
Oh,
We pull it up somewhere.
Yeah.
Is this
so
a-
eternal.
Anyone else? Favorite Bible verse?
Joshua 1:9.
Yes.
It's,
Oh,
it's
yes.
not only
Yeah,
a good
Banging.
verse, but it's also very relevant. And it is,
Is it like be strong,
be strong and
courageous?
courageous, do not be
Yes.
terrified, for the Lord your God is with you
Wherever
wherever
you
you go.
Love
And that
that
was
one.
really good because when I was younger, very young, and I was sleeping in my bed. I
Under
had this-
your bed.
in my bed,
I was gonna say.
I had this like big cabinet, okay, and I got really scared of what was in the cabinet, so I wrote this verse on the cabinet, and it made me feel so good.
Can we ask
That's
what was
good.
actually in the cabinet?
Oh, just random stuff. I thought
I
there
thought
was
you were
like
gonna say
monsters in
Nathaniel.
it. I thought it was like monsters in the cabinet.
Probably a monster somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there might be.
Might still be there.
It might.
Did you check? You should check.
No.
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 You should check. I really like 1 Peter 5:7, which is actually right here. Cast all
Cheating.
your anxieties on him because he cares for you.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it's certainly one that I like.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I have really a particular favourite verse. I have quite a lot of ones that I like. But one that I find quite helpful is one. It is in James chapter 1, and I think it's 23 or 24. Which is religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. And that's quite a helpful reminder for me, so I quite often come back to it. So there's one verse that one of my favourite verses.
Mm-hmm.
James
Good.
1:24-23.
Yeah, one of them. I think
Yes.
it's 24, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Noah asks, thoughts on Rings of Power?
I haven't watched it, so
No.
can't really comment.
So you think
I
it's
think
awesome?
he's.
Well,
I
I've
think
heard
he's,
it's not as good as it could have been, so I'm gonna
Wow.
say. I heard the characters were kind of misrepresented,
Ah.
Correct in saying
Oh.
yeah.
so
Prepare to be educated. Well, I could say quite a lot on it. I'll probably
we don't need
go
to
on
say
for
a
quite
ton because we've got quite
Yeah.
a few.
I would
Quite a
agree
few
that
verses left, yeah.
some of the characters are most of the characters are misrepresented, and you can see how they've tried to parallel the actual Lord of the Rings, but with similar characters but different, and those different characters are put there in such a way as to appeal to the woke agenda. That's a
Potentially,
simple way of saying
Yeah.
it. But I could go deeper, but it's going to go down a rabbit hole. So I would say I don't really. It's quite a fun movie. It's certainly entertaining, but it gets on my nerves a little bit because I can see that as I'm watching it, and it gets me a bit irritated.
I watched it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't Lord of the Rings, but it was. I enjoyed it like as a separate thing. So yeah,
It's quite a good film just for watching and having fun. But if you don't think about it, if you do think about it,
series.
then
Yeah, it's a series.
you find loads of problems.
Okay, this is a question from Isaac. Don't know who that is.
Oh.
What's a lie you once told?
Ooh.
Oh God. That
I'm going to tell a lie on this, by the way.
Okay. Once I told a lie that because we used to have this thing where we in our family when we sat around and had a meal that you had to finish what was on your plate before you were allowed to eat dessert. And I used to hate spinach with a passion. Boiled spinach, limp and lifeless and seaweed-esque and green and
Hey, green's good.
yucky. Anyway, so I would have it in my plate. I'd leave it to last because I couldn't get myself to eat it. And then one of my parents looked over and said, "You've not finished your spinach, so you can't have pudding." So I said, "Okay, I'll go away and eat it." So I pushed it all together to make the smallest bundle I could possibly make. Squished it all into a little bundle and left it at the edge of my plate, and then brought it back and said, "There, I've had some." And I got pudding.
Well done, very smart.
It worked. But I think my parents might have been a little bit suspicious, perhaps. But that was a lie.
Me and Josh are thinking very hard here.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Good for you, eh?
We're thinking.
Good for
Yeah.
We're trying to think of like the least.
Yeah, the
Josh
one
is
that
trying to think of one, and Ken
Yeah.
is trying to choose the
The
best.
most mediocre lie.
Yeah.
Okay, how about like maybe a way of being like deceptive, or like it doesn't have to be an actual lie, like some sort of
Could be just
like
an action.
a trick or something like something like that. I'll go while you're thinking. I used to do my homework, or I used to do my schoolwork upstairs, sort of away from everyone else, and my dad would give me some work for me to do, and so he'd come and be like, "Oh, have you done your maths?" You know, and I'd be like, "Nearly," and you know, at this point it's like almost time to finish, and I hadn't done any, and I'd been reading the entire day, and hadn't done any of it. So 10 minutes before it's time to finish, I'd be like, "Oh, I've not done any maths," so I'd get my maths book out and just like try speedrun it all, maybe get most of them wrong or something, and then say I've done it. But when he checks up on me, like I would have been like, "Yeah, I'm working through them," but I wasn't. So, yes, it's very naughty of me. It was very naughty.
Isaac, what is 2 + 2?
5.
Oh. Was that a lie or was that your bad maths?
I'm not sure.
Oh, it's hard.
It is.
Actually,
Ooh.
when I was about 10, this is quite a memorable one. I had this friend over, and we had this very tall cabinet. It was probably the same cabinet that I was scared of, I'd say. And we had like a box on top of it, and we were trying to get this box. So we got a chair out, and we're standing on this chair, and because we were really young, we weren't very strong, so we were trying to get this box off, and it fell. Okay, and it like scraped the wall as it was going down, and unfortunately, I kind of blamed it on the other guy. Said it was him that dropped it.
Whoa.
Oh, do you still have it? Do you still have that friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. They're a good friend.
Fairly, we're not quite as close as we were, but not for that reason.
I was wondering.
Just leave that.
Yeah. Okay, I do have one, which
Surprise.
which is more of a deceptive / I got a bit caught breaking something. Okay, so I used to have a bowling machine, which was a cricket bowling machine, right?
Yeah, right.
And I set this up in our back garden to shoot balls so I could catch them. Okay.
What, up in the air?
But I didn't set it up well. I set it up on a massive angle.
Towards the house?
No, not towards the house.
Okay.
Okay, and I set it up and it shot ball, but the stand was not very good. So lo and behold, the stand falls over. I walk over to it, and bearing in mind my parents are like 2 meters that way, not quite 2 meters, 10 meters that way, looking at me, thinking, "What's it done?" So I look at this thing, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's broken. That is destroyed." And they're like, "Is it all right?" And I'm like, absolutely freaking out inside because I've just broken this bowling machine. So yeah, and then I tried to fix it. That didn't really work. And eventually they found out that after it was all right, it was actually pretty broken.
Not alright.
Yeah.
So did you have to tell them that it was actually broken?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one.
Matt asks, in 2057, will you own a robot butler?
Ooh.
And when they revolt, how will we defend ourselves?
I don't think I'll own a robot butler.
The question wasn't will you, the question was when.
When I do, okay.
Will you own one, and when they revolt,
It was will.
how will we defend ourselves? So first, will you own a robot butler in about?
Why do you think I'm getting married?
Whoa. You won't need one.
Sorry, guys.
What if you have loads of money and you need a butler?
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
you can't find any real people.
Yeah, if I just have one. Yeah.
Depends what they look like.
Yeah.
Like if they look like a robot, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Like if they're made to look like a human,
That's even more.
that's
That
really
can be
creepy.
more
That's
creepy.
really creepy.
That's even.
What if you had like an R2D2 kind of
That's cool.
robot thingy?
Yeah.
That'd be
That'd be creepy.
That would not be creepy. How is R2D2
No, yeah,
creepy?
that would be fine.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like serving you drinks and maybe loading the dishwasher,
Yeah.
doing that butlery kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how an R2D2 could do that.
Just put arms on.
Just give it arms and then a
Just
body
do-
and a head.
Yeah.
Attach
It looks like a
C3PO
person.
onto R2D2 and then
That is a bit creepy.
2 in 1.
I can't lie. No.
Yeah. Okay, and when they revolt, assuming that's the robot butlers, how will we defend ourselves?
An off switch.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I'd go in. I'd get my screwdriver.
Oh.
I'd go around to the back. I'd sneak around the back of it. If I could get around the back of one of my robots whilst it was, I don't know, recharging or whatever they do, I'd take the battery out. I'd go around, open up the compartment, take the battery, and it's dead.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. What I would do is I would install like, I would install something that when you click a button, the ground like, you know, changes contour, like a trapdoor thing flips up,
Ooh.
and it knocks them over, and well, everyone knows robots can't get up, so they'd
Yeah.
just be stuck like on their backs.
Yeah.
I
What
think
about-
that's yeah.
What about when they revolt, like as a collective?
Yeah, I was thinking that. It's not
Yeah.
just your personal one.
See, the whole house, the floors, is full of trapdoors that can do this, and then every room they go into,
Yeah.
you just knock them over, and it's like.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking
Yeah.
water maybe. Like flood your house, flood the
Oh.
robots.
Yeah. Like
What about you,
some
though?
kind of.
You can swim.
Yeah.
Oh,
see, I
okay.
can swim.
What if the robot can swim?
They'll be
Then
water
rivet.
resistant by that time. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe
Surely,
if they
2057.
were. I mean, iPhone's doing a pretty terrible job so far, so I wonder what they're doing in 2057. You know.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, the
see.
butlers are going to be water resistant up to 50 metres.
Yeah,
so
so
just,
just
go
make it
like
high
that,
enough.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's
That's great. I think that answers the question then.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, Naomi asks, how do dogs know how to emotionally manipulate humans into obeying them?
I think it's all about the eyes.
Where's Poppy?
What the puppy
I think the eyes are a big part
Oh,
of it.
mascot.
Because they really look into your.
They look into
Faces.
your soul.
They look deep, don't they? Rather deep.
Okay.
I think that's a big part of that.
Large eyes, and they look at you with them all the time,
Yeah.
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 and they just melt you. That's how they
true.
do it.
Yeah.
And cats
So
just. Yeah.
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 All right, guys, we've got 2 more questions, and then we've got the giveaway. So,
Yes, we do.
the first question is Android or iPhone?
This is divided.
Android, more freedom,
Yeah.
less hassle.
Well, everything you're
Okay.
watching right now, audio, video, it's all done on iPhone, so because
That
it's
is
superior
true.
in every way.
Not sure about that bit, but
We are only doing it in 7.
I think Android.
720p.
We're sorry that it's only 720p, but we're doing it on iPhone.
No, it's because of the
Yeah.
barber's internet speed.
Yeah. I think Android. There's more of them out there.
Is there
Probably-
more?
Actually, I think so.
But Android is like a ton of brands. Apple's
Exactly,
just
so
a
there's
single-
more out there.
You've got
get a
a
range.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh.
okay.
Oh, you're saying
Apple.
if you pick one brand, then Apple's like its own thing.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
So Apple is just one company, but like Android, you have Samsung, you have Pixel, Google, whatever that is. But then you got all that, you know, it's all different brands, so
Yeah.
it gets very confusing.
Yeah.
And they all use the same software, which is really hard to use. It's like not at all
Debatable.
easy.
We are running out of time here, but we'll debate this.
Yeah,
we will
that's-
debate this.
yeah.
We'll debate off camera. We'll like be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be
Okay.
beefing.
We'll be beefing.
Behind the scenes, tune in.
And the last question, which is that right?
Yes.
The last question, which is from Josh Allen, is
Wow, you've made him wait
Yeah.
all this
He
time.
has to watch the whole thing.
the last question is how are you guys so cool?
Well, I think he was actually doing it personally to me.
Ah,
I think that was a
I think you might be right.
yeah. I don't think
How are
it
you
was
so
a-
cool, then, Josh?
Well, it's a factor of a lot of things. I'd say like it's really hard to explain because there's so many. Unfortunately for you.
Yeah.
I think it's just the vibe is the main part. Just the vibe of me is decently cool, I'd say, in a decent way.
It's like all the flavours.
The
they've
flavour,
got,
yeah. So if you had like those chili crisps, for instance, like they have a vibe to them, and they have like taste, they have spice. You get all these little things in one go.
Right.
It's kind of the same. I think I'd say that.
I think it's quite similar to being a decent dude. Like,
Yes.
like because you're a decent dude, like that also makes you like even cooler.
Yeah, because people will look at
Yes.
you and be like,
He's
yeah,
decent.
he's decent.
He's decent.
He's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just know straight away. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
you
just
just
know.
like decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up all the questions, and now we've got the giveaway. Did we have any answers for the giveaway? Our golden question.
What was the golden question?
Golden question was, what was the golden question? The golden question was, what is our favourite element?
Of the periodic table.
Yes.
From the periodic table, what is our favourite element? Have we had
people
any
got to
guesses?
guess this?
People,
Yeah.
yes, you have to
Okay.
you have to
So
guess
do that
this.
right now, please. If you want to win
Do
something
that.
really
If
special.
you want to win something now, what's our favourite element?
Hmm.
We'll just wait. We've got all day.
We've got Egram.
Yeah.
Maybe you should talk about the prize for the giveaway.
Oh.
The prize for the giveaway.
I
Shall
mean,
we pull it out?
I think
or
we
shall
need to wait for an answer because
Yeah.
we don't want to.
If they see what it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like,
'Cause-
we don't want them to see what it is, and then like all be beefing for it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to give it away before someone's won it.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I think we're getting some answers in, which is really great. That's
Keep
really great of you.
keep
them
guessing.
coming,
Keep
keep them
guessing.
coming.
Should we give them multiple guesses?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah.
Until-
Multiple,
You
multiple
just have
guesses.
Soul spamming the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
whoever gets it first. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Right,
read out
let's
the
read them out.
answers?
Yeah, let's get them.
We have a guess for iron,
Okay. Who's that from?
soul,
Okay.
and we have a guess for gold.
Who's that from?
E.T. Brothers. We don't know who they are, at least I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I knew this as soul again. Aluminium.
Okay.
Aluminium.
That is quite a nice metal. I'll be honest.
That is decent.
It's decent.
It could be any element, like a gas or a.
Do you know what the element is?
I have no clue.
Special guest.
Yeah, I wasn't told.
Special guest.
Oh yeah.
Well,
There's a question here. I guess you all share the same. Is it a collective answer?
Oh yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
is a collective.
I'd say
Definitely,
yeah.
yeah,
I'd say
definitely.
Collective answer.
We
From-
love it. We
yeah.
love it.
Decent
Yeah.
dudes. Co.
Seriously
Yes.
different says oxygen.
I see where you're going with that.
So
I
you
see
go-
where you're
I
going.
see. Yeah, I
Like,
see.
I
Did
do
we,
need lots of
um,
oxygen.
Did we
Do you want to count as
have
two
it,
guesses?
Did we have it guessed?
Did we?
I
That's
think,
the question.
I think we might have done.
I think we might have.
I think someone might have hit that.
I think someone
gold
might have
buzzer.
hit.
Yeah, I think.
We need like a gold.
Someone might have hit gold.
Press.
You think?
Someone's
Hit
Yeah.
gold.
I think they might have done that.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I think we have a winner.
I think we do.
I think we do.
I think we have a winner. Shall we reveal? Do you want to reveal what they win, Josh? Or shall we just?
Do you want to say who it is first?
So the winner was E.T. Bob.
E.T. Brothers.
E.T. Brothers.
E.T. Brothers.
Yes. E.T.
Very
Brothers.
confusing.
That was a great
And the
guess.
answer was
Well
gold.
done. Decent
You
guess.
got the golden question right. Well done.
So we thought
That's.
for a prize, seeing as it was such a good question, it was a pretty decent question if I'm honest. We had to get quite a decent prize for it. So we found something, didn't we?
did.
We did.
We searched for a long time.
We
for
searched
the right
We did.
thing.
Very long
High
time.
and low, far and wide, and what did we decide on?
What did we find? We got this very expensive thing. This is a weekly pill box.
Whoa! Look
So,
at that.
Kyle, if you could just
It's a pill
show,
box.
It is
show the camera there.
a weekly pill box. Oh!
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All of them.
So you can be fully organised for the whole week, every week,
Every day, every week.
every day of every
You
week.
can organise your
With
pills
this.
into.
Wouldn't
box.
you like to be organised with your pills? Well, I'm afraid only E.T. What was
E.T.
it?
Brothers.
E.T. Brothers can be that organised.
Do we know who E.T. Brothers is?
Pillbox.
No, we don't.
E.T.
So-
Brothers need to identify themselves.
Yes,
Identify yourself,
Identify themselves.
and you will receive a
Pillbox.
A pillbox.
decent
pillbox.
A
pillbox
decent pillbox.
We'll get it to you within the year.
within the
So
year.
if you'd like to send your details to us directly, we can send this very lovely prize to you, free
Detail.
of charge, that is,
Free
and
of charge.
enjoy. I'd say, enjoy that. That's really great.
International delivery.
International delivery.
Worldwide
Oh
coverage.
yeah, we do it everywhere.
Yeah.
Do we deliver?
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
We deliver. Okay, that.
All right,
Yeah,
I think
that
that wraps
wraps it
up the podcast.
That
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Mr. Guest Speaker, for your expertise
guest.
on your topics. And just remember, we know things that you don't. Thanks.
Stay
for tuning in.
tuned for more.
Behind the scenes.
How are we doing?